Hey, friends. It is a beautiful Wednesday. I am outside. Thought I would go live, taking Bailey for a walk in Sweetwater County. So, as you're hopping on, make sure to say hello, tell me where you're watching from, and drop a one if you can hear me all right. I didn't bring headphones. Um, but it's not very windy out here, so I thought that we'd be okay. And this is just going to be a fun, a fun place to go live today. So, today I want to talk to you guys about 3 ways that I use to win the war in my mind. Okay. I was doing a power hour this morning and one of the girls got on and she was like, "Oh, I just didn't want to get on today, but I did it anyway. And I'm so glad that I did. I feel so much better." And I feel like that happens a lot in our lives where, there's things that we just don't wanna do. We just don't feel like it, and, sometimes we give in to those feelings where we just, stay in bed or eat the crappy food or don't follow through with what we said we were gonna do, either to ourselves or other people, and then there are the times where we do what we said that we were gonna do even though we don't feel like it, and the confidence and feeling of accomplishment that comes from doing that, right? And we love that feeling of following through and doing what we know we need to do. And so I wanted to give you guys some tips as far as how I win that war in my mind. So if that's helpful for you, drop a 2 in the comments. Actually, drop a 3. Drop a number 3 in the comments because I'm going to give you 3 different ways. And depending on my mood, depending on how I'm feeling, or maybe one of the ways doesn't work, so I've got to implement or use another way. I hope that this is something that's going to be a good tool for you guys. So I'm gonna my losing feeling in my arm. I might have to like sit down, prop my phone up for this, but we'll see. At least I'm not tripping. And Bailey is still here. So, all right, way number 1. There is this method that was actually created by Mel Robbins, and it's called the 5-second rule. Have you guys ever heard of that before? Basically, our brain is wired like a rocket ship, right? The rocket ship's gonna go off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then it explodes and it moves, right? And so, how she came up with this concept is um, she's having a hard time waking up in the morning. And so, when she was going to bed one night, she was watching TV, and there was something on about rocket ships, and it just gave her the idea that she's like, okay, tomorrow morning when my alarm goes off, I'm going to count down from 5 and I'm going to explode out of bed. And that's kind of how this whole thing came about. And so sometimes I use the 5-second rule and I'll say it out loud what I'm going to do. So it's a great way to get yourself out of bed. It's a great way to get yourself moving, headed to the gym. It's a great way to help you make healthier choices. And so, what you're going to do is you're just going to say out loud what you're going to have happen. So, you're going to say, when my alarm goes off in the morning, I'm going to get out of bed. So, your alarm goes off in the morning, turn off, and then you start the countdown. You go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you move. Okay, you have, like, the moving is the key piece there, is that you've got to move in the direction of what you said you were going to do. This is like a way that I almost like force my hand at my mind, where it's like, I'm telling you what to do. We are doing this. You don't have a choice. It is getting done. Okay, so that's method number 1, is kind of strong arming your mind, telling it what it's going to do, using the 5-second rule to activate, to overpower any excuses. Now, if you don't move when you hit 1, then your brain's going to come up with all these excuses. So the distraction comes from the countdown. So saying 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 doesn't allow you to think of any excuses whatsoever. And so then you just got to move. Okay. So method number 1, 5-second rule. Also, if you have never read that book, that would be a really good book for you to buy or rent or download. I use an app called Hoopla, which is a free app that's through my library. And so see what's available in your area. Go talk to your librarian. Okay, get yourself a library card and you'll be able to download that book for free. And you can even listen to it for free on YouTube. But really, really good book if you're having a hard time following through with what you said you were going to do. Okay. The second method that I use when I need to win the war in my mind, and I'm like out of breath. Whew. I'm just walking. This is sad. But the second method that I use is habit stacking. Habit stacking is a really, really good tool. You're already doing the things that come easily, naturally to you. And so, why not habit stack something else that's good on top of it? So, I talk about this one all the time. I have a really hard time drinking water. Like, I just don't drink very much water unless if I am very um, conscious about it, or I've got alarms going off in my phone. And so one way that I've really helped habit stack is I don't have a hard time waking up in the morning anymore because I've made it a habit. But I go into my family living room and I'll usually either listen to some personal development on my phone or I'll read a book or I'll write in my journal every morning. And so, one thing I've told myself is it's really good to drink at least 8 ounces of water when you first wake up because when you do that, it sets your body up for success. And so, like, I need that reasoning. And so, what I do when I am sitting there reading is I just chug 8 ounces of water, just chug as much water as I can first thing in the morning. And that's been really good for me because, like I said, I'm already getting up. And so now I'm habit stacking the water drinking on top. And so, another thing that I've just made time for is breakfast. I have a hard time eating breakfast. And I do a power hour every morning at 9 a.m. And so while I'm sitting there doing my power hour, I've really tried my best to either have a protein shake or have a parfait or have a muffin or eat while I'm having my power hour at 9. Otherwise, I usually don't eat until like 1 or 2 o'clock, and I'm putting my body into starvation mode sometimes, and I'm not giving it the nutrients that it needs. And then I'm binge eating at night. And so I needed to make healthier nutrition choices. And so I'm habit stacking with something that I do on a regular basis to make better decisions. Okay. So habit stacking is number two. Where's my camera? Number two. This is so weird. It's like backwards, but it's pretty out here. Okay. So number one is the 5 second rule. Number two is habit stacking. And number three, I just forgot. It was a really good one too. Oh my gosh, this is why I need to do my Zooms in my office because it was really good. I was like, I'm not going to forget them while I'm walking, but what was the last one? Okay, so we are just going to discuss the 2 ways to win the war in your mind. And when I remember the third one, I will drop it in the comments or we'll make another live video about it. But you just feel so much better when you follow through with what you said you were going to do. It builds your confidence, it helps you get into routine. If you live your life the way that you feel like you should, then you're not going to be doing very much, okay? But when you live the life regardless of your feelings, then you're going to make better decisions. And I know for me, this has been a really, really long winter. I mean, we had snow last week in in April and not having enough vitamin D. I've just wanted to sometimes just crawl up in a ball and just sleep, right? And I've just not really felt like myself, which is why I'm out here doing this walk in the sunshine because I just need to get outside. I need to feel good. And, people always say, I wish I could be as motivated as you are. And it's not that I'm motivated, it's that I'm disciplined. And I know that when I do the things that I know I need to do, I feel better. And when I don't, it like allows me to spiral deeper and deeper in my depression, deeper and deeper into anxiety and going backwards in my health goals where I'm gaining weight instead of losing. So then that doesn't make me feel good. And so when I live my life the way that I know I need to rather than how I'm feeling, it builds my confidence. It makes me happy. It makes me feel accomplished that I made a good choice. And so I know that that can be helpful for a lot of you guys too. Get yourself an accountability partner. Get yourself a friend that you can talk to. That was another thing that we talked about on our power hour this morning is we all don't have good days all of the time. I have bad days where I don't want to work and I don't want to get out of bed and I don't want to do the things. And I know that I have a group that's waiting on me. And so I show up to my calls and I tell them, I'm like, oh, just having a downer day today, and then they kick me out of it. They like help me find the good in situations and celebrate me for showing up and continuing to do what I need to do. So hopefully you guys have a good support system like that. Get outside, exercise, walk, drink water, eat healthy, and those things are going to help. Okay. All right. I apologize that I cannot remember number 3, but at least you've got 2 tips that will help you start winning the war in your mind, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.